G'day everyone, back again with another nosp3 demo. This is map 7, Crossfire, and this is the third exit I've got on the map. This time around I'm using a pretty insane strat where I ignore the revs at the start and just jump straight into the main fight. And the presence of revs seriously limits your ability to play safe when you're pushing across the faces of the cage cybers. So if you like infighting rockets or red screen, you should find something here to enjoy. Anyway, let's get into it. Immediately hit that switch at the start, opens up this next switch and spawns the revs. We want to fill up on cells on that side because we're not going to be over on that side of the map again for quite a while, and we need these cells here. Hit the second switch. Just need to try and bait the revs away from this wall next to the arachnotrons. They like to block you off there. Quite a lot of my resets happen at that point. Doesn't really matter how much damage you take at the start, but obviously if you get blocked in, you're pretty screwed. Now, this is the insanity. Having to do these a lot of crosses in front of these cyber demons is very scary. That was extremely lucky, only taking 80 damage through that cross. Normally you come across there having taken 2 or 3 direct rockets and you're nearly dead, so I got quite lucky there. Now we just head back, taking a fair bit more damage this time. I think we've got 2 supercharges that we can fill up with. Now we're just trying to waste a little bit of time until we have to make another cross again. We want those cybers to get a decent amount of damage out on the Manx, and also vice versa. We want the Manx to start clearing out some of the cybers. I'm obviously working down them as well, but the more infighting value we can get, the better in terms of speed. Getting that mega in the middle is also incredibly challenging. A lot of the time you'll get body blocked by Manx, or you'll take a cyber rocket in the back as you try and push through them. Oftentimes you need a decent amount of health to make that push to get into there, and oftentimes you can end up walking out with as much or even less health as you had going into it. So it can be, yeah, it's just quite RNG whether or not you can make it this far. So at the moment we're basically again just wasting more time. What we're trying to do is bait the Hell Knights from the other side of the room over into this side. The middle of the room is quite tight, so to be able to cross past them and get to the other side of the room, you need to, as I said, waste a fair amount of time and let a lot of them push through. Once obviously we start running out of room, we can push back to the other side, and I take a look and I see, yep, okay, we've waited enough, we've got a decent gap that we can push back to this side of the room, refill with the mega, hopefully don't take any stray rockets as we're crossing, and we're kind of safe at this point, at least for now. This is probably where you could speed things up a fair bit more if you're able to be a little bit more aggressive against the Hell Knights and start using some more BFG. You do have a decent amount of BFG ammo available to you on the map, not infinite. You do need to be a little bit careful, but yeah, I definitely could see you saving a bit of time by starting to clean up on these Hell Knights a bit sooner than I did. But it's just so incredibly RNG to make it this far, and if you play it smart at this point, you shouldn't die. So yeah, obviously if someone wants to go for a faster time, they're more than welcome to it. Fortunately got shredded a bit by the evil Marines pushing back. Just coming back over to this side now, I'm going to try and clear up the cyber demons on this edge of the map. And then I can keep the Hell Knights in between me and the cyber demons on the other side while I work down the Hell Knights. Just finish these guys off myself just so I don't have to be worrying about them. Now I can push out and start working on the Hell Knights. Always, while I'm doing this, trying to keep one eye out for gaps that rockets could sneak through from the cybers on the other side. You want to expose yourself to them so that they're shooting at the back of the Hell Knight pack, but you also need to make sure that you don't expose yourself too much and open up a gap for them to thread a rocket through. Now, fortunately, you don't get a backpack on this map, so you do have to refill on cells quite frequently. Cell pickups are 220 per pack in this WAD, so you're going to need to pick up two packs to be able to refill yourself fully without a backpack. But still, you have to make a fair few trips. Back here to refill on health a little bit. There's still 2 supercharges over the other side of this kind of half of the map that I can refill on, but I don't want to just run out there while those cybers are shooting rockets at the Hell Knight. So again, playing it all a little bit safe now. I'm at this point of the cleanup. Start working down these cybs. And this is kind of how you would play the early part of the map if you weren't going with this insane route of not clearing out the revenants first. You kind of, when you are forced to cross, you sit inside these red closets for a little bit, just until you're confident that all the rockets that were chasing you have had time to hit walls, and then you can peek out again. But as I said in the intro, you don't really have the option of doing that with this strat, because you just get pressured by the revenants so quickly that you're really just forced to go almost immediately as soon as you make it across one time. So I want to clear out most of these Hell Knights before I open up the final little small fight. It's just some pinkies and a few vials, but you still don't want to have too many of these Hell Knights pushing in on you while you're doing that. And obviously want to use up as much or all of the rocket ammo that I can. The super rocket launcher, especially against groups of Hell Knights, does a lot better DPS than BFG. Yeah, so most of the Hell Knights are dead. Just going to refill on cells one more time and hit the last switch if I need to. That is, if I did leave any cells over this side. I'm not sure if I did. No, still got a couple packs. It's just BFGing down these pinkies, and I think there's about 4 or so vials at the back of this closet as well. We'll get when we've refilled the next time. If there's only 1 vial left alive, then I probably just would have pushed on my closet, but I was a little bit worried. There are cells in the back of the closet there, and there is some health, but I didn't want to risk getting potentially body blocked and trapped by pinkies with no cell ammo. Yeah, that's the switch that opens up the exit. Also releases the cyber. Obviously, if you could get to that switch earlier and use this cyber a little bit for your fighting, it might be good, but it's just, I just feel like it's a bit too risky. You don't have really enough ammo in the back of the closet to do that reliably. Alright, there we go. Probably the last demo I record for this map. It's getting a bit too RNG for me to want to push it much lower. Sub 8's definitely achievable though, if you're a madman, but yeah, that'll be for someone else to try. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you all in the next one. See you later.